Welcome back to GAA Fan TV. It was Naas who progressed through to the Leinster Club Senior Football Championship. They have beaten Shelmaliers of Wexford by a scoreline of 215 to 113. It's a match reaction, as always, on the channel. And what a win for Naas that was in the end. I mean, it was a close one. It was certainly a close one. And going down the home stretch, you were thinking Shelmaliers are going to pull off the shock here. And Shelmaliers were 70 to 1 before a ball was kicked in the Leinster Club Senior Football Championship to win the championship. They were a kick of a ball from making the final, and that goes to show how close these games are, and how close it really is in the Leinster Club Senior Football Championship. And a lot of the time, you really can't call what's going to happen in these games. You really can't. You might look at one team and think, oh, well, they have the inter-county stars, or they have the players, or they have the talent, but it doesn't always work out that way. And sometimes it's how well you're coached as a team, how well you're set up. And I think for Shelmaliers, it was evident of that in the first half. They were by far the better side for, I'd say, probably about 45, 50 minutes, probably up until Dara Kirwan's goal. I thought Shelmaliers were by far the better side. They get that goal from Owen Nolan, a lovely bit of play over on the on the right-hand side, hand passed. Why do I keep saying that? Hand passed across the goal. And in comes Owen Nolan, of course, to put it into the back of the net. And it's a lovely finish from Owen Nolan, and Shelmaliers were very well organised, playing it around from the back, hand passing it around from the back. I got the word right this time. Lovely passing and controlled, measured, waiting for the right moments, decisive in front of goal. They had a clear game plan. I thought they were doing brilliant in the first half as well at limiting the influence of the likes of Dara Kirwan, for example, who I thought didn't have too much joy in the first half. He didn't really get into the game as well as Naas would have liked, and they were doing a great job defensively at shutting out they were doing a great job of shutting out the Kildare Bay side and Naas. They were doing fantastic. Obviously, the longer the game went on, and you always felt like Naas, with a player like Dara Kirwan in there, and obviously Eamon Callaghan, who's a very experienced player in there, you felt like they'd have their moments. And they've good young players coming through like Luke Griffin and Sean Cullen, and Owen Doyle's obviously brilliant in and around the middle. So they have a whole host of very good players to support Dara Kirwan in the best that he does. And you always felt that Naas would probably have a big opportunity if it came to get back into the game. Shelmaliers managed it very, very well, though. I thought Brian Malone, for me, was unbelievable for Shelmaliers. I thought defensively he was absolutely brilliant, shutting out the Naas side. Done a fantastic job there. And I thought Graham Staples, who picked up Dara Kirwan, was fantastic in the first half. I thought he was really, really impressive. And defensively, they were brilliant. Ross Banville as well. Andre O'Brien was fantastic in there as well. So, Shelmaliers done a fantastic job defensively at limiting what Naas were doing. And they broke with pace. They broke on the counter-attack, took their opportunities when they came. And in the first half, they were looking very comfortable, and they were looking like they were going to be the side that was going to progress to the Leinster Club Senior Football Championship final. But to be fair to Naas, they never fell too far behind, even in the final 10 minutes or so when they were 4 points down. You always knew they were only a score away and a moment of magic away from getting back into the game. You could see Shelmaliers started to tire a lot more towards the end of the game, and maybe that's where conditioning maybe played its part a little bit more, and maybe Naas are a bit more well set up for longer games, and maybe they're a little bit more conditioned to see out the full 60 and beyond, whether it be extra time or not. They started to win a couple more frees. Eamon Callaghan started knocking them over, and then a lovely bit of play from Eamon Callaghan, who probably was the man of the match in this game, in my opinion. I know, I think Owen Doyle won it, from what I remember. But I thought, I thought Eamon Callaghan was absolutely brilliant. Like, he charge and run, goes past one or two players, creates a bit of space, hits it into Dara Kirwan. He shimmies away from his man and then rifles it into the bottom right corner of Craig McCabe's goal. And the momentum shift very much after that, even though the red card of Brian Steins, which definitely, it slowed Naas down a little bit just in the final few minutes. You would have expected them really to kick on and win it from there. Didn't quite happen. Shelmaliers got a point going down the other end. And then it was, a last gasp free, basically last kick of the game from a very notable player in Eamon Callaghan, who sent the game to extra time. First half of extra time, nothing really happened at all. You were falling asleep watching it. but you could understand Shelmaliers had, I think, Brian Malone, who got a black card, so they were down to 14 men. And you just, you can see Shelmaliers knocking it around from the back. They didn't want to risk too much going forward, and Naas were being very cautious as well. It needed something to happen. Naas built up a 3-point lead, and then Shelmaliers realised, well, we need to start playing here, and we need to start getting back into the game. It was a brilliant point by Brian Burnham, by the way, of Naas. I thought that was a brilliant point on the right-hand side, bursting forward there and getting a score. And Shelmaliers hit a couple of points, and you thought, they only need one more chance here. They only need one more chance, but a risky, tired ball played across the field in a dangerous area. Naas broke. It was Derek Kirwan with the pass into Dermot Hanifin, and he buried the ball into the back of the net. A wonderful finish there. And from there, game over, game, set, and match. No way back for Shelmaliers at that moment in time. And a huge win for Naas in the end, just running through some of the scores if I have them here. Should load up here for me. Here we go. So 6 points from Eamon Callaghan of Naas, 4 of them from place balls, and big point obviously at the end of the game to send it to extra time, and he kicked the point right after. Or not right after extra time, but in injury time of the first half of extra time. It was the first point of extra time. 1-2 for Derek Kirwan, all of which were from play. Dermot Hanifin with a goal. Brian Byrne with 2 points. He was brilliant as well. Probably another contender for man of the match. Paul McDermott, Luke Griffin, Sean Cullen, Owen Doyle, and Paddy McDermott all getting on the score sheet there as well. For Shelmaliers, 5 points for Glenn Malone, who was very impressive as well, all of which were from place balls. Owen Nolan with 1-1. Conor Hearn with 2 points, Aaron Murphy with 2 points, Jody Donoghue with a point, James Cash with a point, and Brian Malone with a point as well. The scores and stats and whatnot are provided by GAA Statsman, so make sure to check out his Instagram account if you get a chance. In the end, big win for Naas. They progress. Kilmacud Crokes are in action in a couple of minutes against Port Harlington. So it'll be interesting to see who Naas play in that final. And look, Naas are they're definitely a side that's going under the radar quite a bit, and they've made the final now. They've seen off very good Tullamore side. They've seen off Blessington, and goals has been a big part of Naas's threat in them. I think that's 10 goals now, or 8 goals in the last 3 games. I mean, that's extremely impressive stuff. No idea what happened there. But Naas won the game anyway, 215 to 113. We'll wrap this up here. If you could leave a like and subscribe, I would kindly appreciate it. Naas progress on into the Leinster Club Senior Football Championship. They'll play either Kilmacud Crokes or Port Arlington. I would expect it to be Kilmacud Crokes, but with these Club Senior Football Championships, you can never quite predict what's going to happen next. So wrap this up here. Cheers to anyone who watched or tuned in. Leave a like if you're new. I'll see you all when I see you.